This assignment we're going to do in Sketchup as well. This time we're going to incorporate Google Maps into our Sketchup drawing. So what I want you to do is find a house in Google Maps. I'm just zoomed in on Montclair High School. Find a house in Google Maps that you're familiar with. It could be your house, could be a friend's house, a grandparent's house, whatever. Just find a house that you are familiar with, and I want you to zoom in on that house. I don't live in Montclair, so I'm not really familiar with any houses. So I'm just going to zoom into one here close to the school. Let's say I'm going to choose this L-shaped house right here. Okay, and I want you to take a screenshot of the property that you choose. Okay, if you're using a laptop, you can use the snipping tool. If you're using a Chromebook, you'll have to use the print screen. I believe it's the function key, and then up at the very top row, it's like a rectangle with two lines next to it. If you don't know how to do a screenshot on a Chromebook, then you may have to look on YouTube to find out how to do that. But I'm just going to use the snipping tool, and I'm going to snip a picture of this property right here. So let me just type in snipping down here, get a snipping tool. I don't think you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to get this property, and I'm going to save a copy of it as capture. Okay. Okay, and then once I have a copy of this, you may also want to drop the little guy down onto your street so that you can see what the house actually looks like. Okay, so this is that house that I was talking about. This is the one that we're going to draw in SketchUp. You're going to want to take a picture of this as well, because we're going to submit this picture along with our drawing. So let's get your snipping tool right now as well, and snip a picture of what the property looks like, because when you submit it, you're going to get your drawing to look just like the one from the Street View here in Google. Okay, so let's go into SketchUp, and what we're going to do is we're going to insert the screenshot of the map here into our drawing area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into, here, let me try to get a different view for you. I'm going to go down here in where I've saved my work, and I'm going to find my downloads. Here's my captured picture. So I'm just going to, oops. I am just going to, let's try that again. Click and drag this picture out onto my work area. And I'm going to let go. An image, so I click on image. I'm going to put the corner right in the origin. Single click with my mouse, and I'm just going to drag it out like this. And as you notice, I now have that map is on my drawing surface. And so now what I'm going to do, now I'm going to spin this thing so I'm looking straight down on top of it. And I'm going to start drawing this house right on top of the map. So I'm going to get a rectangle. Okay, I can spin this, use the push-pull tool. I'm going to zoom in, get the and then when we reference back to see what the house looks like, we can go back to our back to this view, and we can have the two views open at the same time so that we can kind of estimate how we're doing with our drawing in accordance to what the thing really looks like. Okay, so we're trying to copy our drawing and make it look identical to what the street view looks like. That's ultimately our goal. So let me do a little bit more here. If you get a piece like this that doesn't turn out, just get your pencil tool again and retrace part of the triangle, and it should go back in. You can add in all the information you need. You can add in the sidewalk, the driveway, all of that. Now, when you submit these drawings, the assignment says, sorry, the assignment says you're going to submit two pictures, two PDF files. You're going to street the street view from Google Maps. So that's the picture that I took. And then you're also going to aim your camera in Sketchup in the same direction that you did from Google Maps. And then you're going to save this drawing as a JPEG or as a PDF and submit both pictures. So if we go back to Sketchup, once you're here, you're going to do a screenshot or a snip, and you're going to take a picture of this view, and you want a picture of this view, you want to try to make both pictures look like the same angle, the same direction, zoomed in the same distance. Okay, so when you're done with this, it should look as close to this as possible. Obviously, mine doesn't. I just showed you just the basics, but you'll have to go in, add your doors, add your windows, paint your house to match, add the roofing. You want to do everything that you can to match what the original house looks like. Okay, so that is your assignment for the SketchUp using Google Maps.